Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. Joining us now is our very happy Nigerian wife, Niger wife, Vimbai Muchehiri Epenyong, with stories trending around the world. Hello, our wife.
Hello, Dr. Mbati. Good morning. Good morning, Ayo. Welcome back, birthday boy. How was your birthday?
It's all right.
Yes, you did some outreach, I believe.
Yeah, we'll be pushing.
Yes.
Pushing.
Okay,
yeah.
all right. Fantastic interview, as always. But, you know, I look forward to the reactions on that because I know there's a lot of conversation. So well done to you guys, as always.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, now let's take a look at what's trending. Unfortunately, we do start on a sad note, where it was a tough Wednesday for family, friends, colleagues, and fans of Nollywood actor Junior Pope Odonwodo as we all grapple with the reality of the drowning incident which took place in Anambra State. The talented movie star was initially said to have drowned while returning from a movie location with his colleagues in a boat when they fell into Anam River in Anambra State after a boat crash. He was then reported to have been revived and rushed to a shrine and then to a local hospital before being declared deceased a second and final time. Well, 2 bodies are said to have been recovered, while the search for 3 others will resume today. Now, before this incident, the actor had shared a video of himself on a boat without wearing a life jacket, praying frantically to arrive at his destination safely. And I would just like to apologize for those images prior. That was of another incident that took place in Lagos State, where search and rescue operations are underway near the 3rd Mainland Bridge after a tragic accident involving a commercial vehicle. 2 individuals fell into the Lagos Lagoon when the vehicle's brakes failed around 11 a.m. on Wednesday. Emergency management officials have confirmed that Marine Police are leading the efforts to locate and recover the 2 adults. The accident comes shortly after the reopening of the 3rd Mainland Bridge by the federal government on April 4th, following extensive repair work. Authorities had set a speed limit of 80 kilometers per hour on the bridge to ensure the safety of motorists. However, this tragic incident serves as a reminder of the ongoing challenges and risks associated with navigating Lagos's bustling roadways, even amid celebratory occasions. Sad to start on that note, but these are the developments. Ayo, let me start with you.
All right, very sad news. In fact, for John Paul, that's his name, and perhaps that's why his nickname was Junior Pope, John Paul Odonwodo. Yesterday, it was quite airy because he had posted a video of himself and complaining about the speed of the boat and just very, emotionally, almost on a jocular note, saying that he was going to raise his children and that the driver of the boat should slow down. And then put that side by side with what happened in Lagos. Both of them speak to a lack of safety, health and safety procedures, not just on our waterways, but also across different areas where we take a lot of things for granted. Our hearts go out to his family members because this is still very fresh, and so it is unfortunate. But I'm hoping that it would then bring up conversations and for us to take action. Yesterday, I spoke about even the markets when we have incessant fire outbreaks. The fact that there ought to be proper training for personnel. On no account, talking about the waterways now, should anyone go on the water without wearing a life jacket. There are more chances of survival when that is in place. You cannot cross such a major river like this and not be strapped in, or at least have some sort of enforcement in that area. So it's really sad. Our condolences to his family members, his wife, 3 sons, the Nollywood family, but very importantly, I hope this will also provoke action so that we begin to take health and safety very seriously in this nation.
Absolutely.
So, I feel very sad for him, and my condolences to his family. Gosh, nobody wants to lose his life in such a way. But I think it's also indicative of what our society has become. And you sounded off on it as regards safety. We don't even have a safety culture at all. Probably only states like Lagos, because I remember I'd had to use the waterways in Lagos a lot, and I see how they strictly enforce. I think the first problem here started from the boat terminal. He shouldn't have gotten on that boat without you having reps of water transport services checking what's it called, on the boat. Also, there should be some level of weight balancing on the boat. I don't know how well that was checked. Then, what was the search and recovery level like? I mean, on our waters, we should constantly have people pirating. I think that's what the minister was talking about. Going across the waters from time to time and seeing if there's a mishap so that people can go in there. And it's not today we've constantly had boat mishaps. We've even had worse than that. And the question is, what are we doing? It was just like the case of the fire, where a television crew was capturing that and it got on TV. And I thank God for the bravery of the journalists, but I'm also sad. She could have been killed. Where were crash helmets while she was reporting? So even when we celebrate the bravery of the journalists, for a site like that you know it's fluid, that fire had already gone into cement and it's already kicking the building, the basic level of protection should be a crash helmet, even as reported.
The area should be cordoned off.
So an area should be cordoned off, but you can also see that there was access to the area and God only knows how many people could scamper around. So except we have a safety culture, we're not going anywhere. And the question is, what is safety? Safety is everything in life. There are a lot of people, they can't even consistently do a CPR as we speak. There are a lot of people, they don't even need to know how to, if you have a fire today, there are a lot of people that don't still understand that you spray the fire extinguisher at the base of the fire. We don't have fire drills. I remember there was a time I was at London's Empire Crash Station and there was a fire drill. We don't have mass fire drills like that. We don't even have a safety culture. We don't even know about these things. A lot of people can't do an Emlich maneuver. So it's a national clarion call for imbibing the tenets of safety in everything we do. Yet again, the sad part of our country is that people die very avoidably. We could have avoided one too many of these deaths.
Absolutely.
My commiserations to his family.
I think that the big issue here is that, again, Nollywood is having to mourn. It's not just about Pope Jr., it's also about the other persons that died. We sympathize, we commiserate with the affected families. The lady whose movie was being shot has been called out that she did not make adequate provision for safety. But the truth of the matter is that we are completely a negligent country. We are negligent in every regard, either with regard to taking care of people who are physically challenged or persons who find themselves in any kind of situation. This is a stark reminder of how negligent we are as a country. In some other parts of the world, people will not go on top of a river, whether it's Annam River or whatever river. Is there a river in... yeah, okay, yeah. Well, yeah, you are from Lagos State. Yeah. So there are oceans, yeah. So the thing is that, look, we're just negligent. We don't take basic precautions. In some other countries, you will not be allowed to go on top of a river without lifeguards. That's what they call them, being on the coast. If anything happens, you will get help almost immediately. So this is the big issue about what has happened. And then, of course, I was told there were 3 hospitals involved. They could not save anybody. There were no lifeguards anywhere. So here we are in Nigeria, in the midst of life. We're surrounded by death.
He was also first rushed to a shrine before the hospital.
So we're surrounded by death. He was rushed to a shrine or to a church. They said one priest was trying to revive him. This is part of the problem that we have here. It's most unfortunate. He left behind 3 children. So we have a widow, we have children who have now become fatherless as a result of our negligence. Now the story on the Third Mainland Bridge. Well, I mean, look, I wrote a piece on the Third Mainland Bridge, praising the beauty and all that, and we had the Minister of Works just this morning. Now, since that bridge was completed, there was one bus that ran, that almost fell into the river. That one didn't go through. Then you have this second one now, 2 people ended up in the river. Again, we don't have enough security. The Minister of Works was saying they are trying to put up an observatory, you know, to monitor security and to address emergencies on that bridge. Well, that will help.
All right.
But maybe they should raise the bar, the railings,
Yes.
so that, you know, trucks, buses don't just jump. Okay. And then education. They have set a limit about speed limit on that bridge. Nobody enforces speed limit in Nigeria.
Put a speed camera there.
And all these people, you know, all these bus drivers and all these Korokwe people, there's one thing I see around Victoria Island. Yeah, those people are unruly. Nobody controls them.
Okay. Doctor.
You say you want to manage transportation, but you put people who are half mad onto the streets, driving vehicles. They are jumping into the river. They are jumping into other vehicles. These are issues that the Nigerian government also needs to look at in terms of public transportation.
At other transport issues, let's look at air transport. In our next story, CEO of Airpeace, Alan Onyema, has alleged that certain airlines are attempting to drive his company out of business by undercutting their prices for the Lagos-London route. On March 30th, Airpeace, Nigeria's flag carrier, commenced its Lagos-London flight services. Now, the inaugural flight was widely celebrated by many Nigerians on social media who believed the cost of flight tickets to London would be reduced due to the presence of a Nigerian carrier on the route. While reacting to the development, Onyema, during a television interview, said some foreign airlines are now advertising prices like $100, $305, and $350 for Lagos to London flight tickets, stating that if successful, Nigerians would end up paying significantly more for flights. Well, let's take a look at some tweets concerning what is now being called a price war. Ethiopia Airlines has reduced its fare from 1.9 million naira to 680,000 to London. This is 400,000 below what Airpeace was charging. Major airlines are deliberately underpricing now in order to force Airpeace out of the Lagos to London routes. Where's in Airpeace do these people? Why can't we have a healthy and peaceful competition? Now, I know we touched on this earlier. Dr. Abatie, you know, discussed it with Rotus. Dr. Abatie, I know you didn't get a chance to share your comments on this price war. Is it a price war? What is really going on in your thoughts?
No, what is important is that, you know, Airpeace going to London, going onto that route and driving down prices is in the best interest of Nigerians. So to the extent that Airpeace is helping us to secure national interest, we praise Airpeace, we praise Mr. Alan Onyema. Look, it got to a point that our Murtala Mohammed Airport, if you went there, the place was desolate. People could not travel again because they were being asked to pay for tickets in dollars. They were being asked to pay through their nose, you know, to go abroad. So the impact that we have seen is that, you know, Airpeace securing this access to the most lucrative route is helping many Nigerians. And I know many of you here would like to travel with Airpeace at even a more subsidized rate, you know, to go to London and see the king. So it's a welcome development. All of the other issues about Isiagu and all of those things, those are distractions. What is important is how Airpeace is helping us, you know, to satisfy customer interest and also to help the Forex issue.
Yes.
Because that's another major fallout of what has been achieved by Airpeace. I think we should all be happy for it. The thing we should insist upon is government ensuring an enabling environment for businesses to thrive and for local investors like Mr. Alan Onyema, who believes in Nigeria, like Aliko Dangote, who believes in Nigeria, like Tony Elumelu, who believes in Nigeria, for them to be encouraged. Like Samadi Rabiu of Boa Cement, who continue to invest in Nigeria, to continue to be encouraged. That is the point, in my view.
Absolutely. Now, well, we're going to move on to our final story. As Muslims continue to celebrate the end of Ramadan, an Islamic cleric, Malam Musa Bello, advised Muslims during the Salah celebration at the Gadumo praying ground in Kogi State, cautioning against engaging in prohibited social activities. He emphasized that Ramadan's purpose is to reinforce Islamic principles and urged Muslims to utilize their experiences to promote peace in their daily interactions. Bello strongly denounced Muslim individuals who end up in beer parlors after prayers, labeling such behavior as contrary to Islam.
Well, yeah, drinking alcohol for Muslim faithfuls is considered haram. And for some strict Muslims, they wouldn't take alcohol. I think the bigger message here is the fact that they're encouraging people to continue. So let's not be hypocritical. Your lifestyle during the holy month of Ramadan should be your culture. So beyond just drinking beer, for those who are adherents, it's also compassion, giving. You know, people are a bit more generous. They share their food during Ramadan. And this sentiment was shared by a number of leaders. The First Lady, Mrs. Oluremi Tinubu, said the same thing. Yesterday, President Tinubu said the same thing. Let us continue in the spirit of Ramadan, not just in the holy month of Ramadan, but it will make us better citizens. Perhaps our nation will finally be better if people are really true to the tenets of their faith.
But I don't understand this one about stay away from beer parlor. Nigerian Muris and all the other beer companies, they want to sell business. So please, don't let us demarcate some other people's business.
In the spirit of celebration, though, before we go, our very own Rufai Oseni, of course, celebrated his birthday on Monday with lots of community charity work for the less privileged. Happy birthday!
Thank you,
Rufai.
I'm really.
You know, you like singing.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Rufai. Happy birthday
to you.
How old are you now?
Agbabola.
How old are you?
When will I marry? Dr. Abati. Leave the marriage on.
You see
Our community
the attack from Zimbabwe.
must grow.
No. But the truth is, I thank you all. But for me, you know, when will I marry? For me, it has to be about the right connections, and the right connections as regards empowering and helping people. So when I find that right spark as regards a partner that will help me, you know, change the world and empower a lot of people and lift them up, then definitely I'll make that decision.
Actually, there's a book titled "I Will Marry When I Want."
Yeah,
It's
so
a Kenyan play. But I will not recommend it to you, and I won't recommend it to you and
but the truth has to be said is I'm really humbled about this, and with many other things I do, you know, with the Oseni Center, the Resurgimento Foundation, and many things I do for a lot of people out there. I think to a large extent that if we truly have a heart for other people, then our society will not be where it is today. And that's what I just want to encourage a lot of people. Just go out there, live your life, and think of others too. I mean, life will be a whole lot better. But thank you guys so much. Implications continue today and tomorrow.
Today, absolutely.
And
Today is actually our producer, Ozzy Okoli's mom's 71st birthday. So happy birthday, Mrs. Okoli. It's a day of celebration.
Well, you know, Ozzy Okoli, does he provide implications?
No, he doesn't. I can do it on his behalf. I'll do it on his behalf.
Okay.
I'll do it on his
His
behalf.
implications we're interested in, but congratulations, Mommy, on your 71st birthday. But if Mommy decides to send us implications, we are
take
here.
it. Yeah.
We are ready.
Jollof and pepper soup.
But
Thank you, everybody.
welcome.
And that's all on today's edition of The Morning Show.